So in this video about the centers, I want to discuss the throat and the G center, which are the only ones left because we've had the awareness centers, we've talked about the motor centers, the 4 motor centers, and the 2 pressure centers. So then what is left of the 9, which is this square here, this brown square, the throat center, and the G center, which is white here. But if it's defined in your chart, it will be yellow. So these two, they are not awareness centers, they are not motors, and they're not pressure centers. So what are they then? Well, the throat is the manifestation center. And I'm saying manifestation, and it has to do with bringing things into life. And it also has to do with communication, expression. This is the only center that can actually put things, whether that's communication, whether that's motor energy, whether that's emotions. It can bring all those things into expression. And as you can see, the throat has a lot of gates. And it can be connected to a lot of different centers. It can be connected to the mind, to express your thoughts, to express your concepts, ideas, opinions, but it can also be connected directly to emotions, to share your feelings, your passions, to the will center. It can be connected here via this channel, so you can really express your willpower, what your heart desires. Can be connected to the G center, which I will talk about in a moment. And it can also be directly connected to the spleen. So you can, if you have that definition, you can be able to, consistently speak about your intuition, or bring your intuition into expression, into manifestation or communication. So it is about the expression of whatever center it's connected to, and about putting things into action. And we saw in the other video about the pressures that the pressure, actually the fuel, is actually coming from the root and from the other motors. But in the end, they all lead to the throat for the expression. So without the throat, all these pressure, all these energies within us from down here and from up here, they would not have this, this gateway, if you will, to actually come out. So in the end, all the energy that is within us, that is within the centers, it wants to come out via the throat. So that is what the throat is all about. And then the G center here, which can also be connected to the throat. This center is about identity. It's your identity center. It's called G center. It has to do with love, with direction. And this is also where your magnetic monopole, that's what we call in human design, is seated. And this is kind of like the driver in your vehicle. And this is actually the place that pulls you into the right direction in your life. It brings you the right people, brings you, it brings you onto your path. And it also gives you a sense of identity. And it will be more fixed, of course, if it's defined than if it's not defined. It will be more fluid. But that is what the G center is about: love, direction, and the sense of identity, the sense of who I am and what direction am I going here in this life, and what's my purpose, and what I'm here for. And that's not something, obviously, it's centered here in the heart, so it's not something that you can mentally come up with. That's something you can mentally decide. But it's coming from this place deep within your heart, if you want to make a comparison.